A new preview just dropped for another highly anticipated unit, Setsuka, the character from the artwork of the 4-star thief artifact Moonlight Dreamblade. I'm a bit surprised. Despite the artifact being a 4-star, they decided to make her a 5-star, which I'm all for. With Victorica being a 4-star unit based on a 4-star artifact, I figured there'd be a chance they might follow that trend, but it looks like that's not the case. Which means any future 4-star artifacts being teased has potential to be another 5-star unit. Anyways, let's move on to her stats. She's a Fire Scorpio Thief. The Scorpio stat line is the most common, with now 10 units including Setsuka. They have the highest base HP at 6266, and the second highest base attack at 1228. They have okay speed and some extra crit chance, which always helps with gearing. Attack percent team imprint and health percent self imprint. As for her skills, her S1 attacks a single target and absorbs some damage as health. Damage increased based on user's max health. It says it gains 30 fighting spirit, but during the demo, we can actually see it only gains 10. I'm assuming this is a typo. 10 soul word increased damage dealt, 2 skill enhancements for increased healing, and the rest is damage. Her S2 is a passive that increases evasion of all allies by 30%, and when an ally evades an attack, Setsuka will counterattack the enemy that procced the ally's evasion. After attacking, if her fighting spirit is full, she consumes all of it and gets the unique effect Demon Blade Unleashed for 1 turn, before activating Blade Art Bewitching Blossom. Bewitching Blossom consumes all health, then attacks all enemies, and increases combat readiness by 50%. Damage dealt increased based on the caster's lost health. The unique effect Demon Blade Unleashed increases attack by 200%, and the user cannot die for the duration of the effect, but cannot receive damage sharing effects. The skill has no cooldown. Her S3 is a non-attack skill that dispels all buffs from all enemies before inflicting Beguile and decreased hit chance for 2 turns. It ignores resistance if the target has less max health than her. It has a 3-turn cooldown when fully enhanced and provides 30 fighting spirit. Her artifact, Lethal Whispers, increases evasion by 20%. After the user counterattacks, if the target is still alive, 20% chance to attack again with a basic attack 1 more time. The chance becomes 40% when maxed. It also has the highest flat health stat line for artifacts, giving nearly 1000 health at max, which is important for her as her kit revolves around max health. Okay, so thoughts and opinion time. First off, I want to say I'm glad Smilegate didn't hold back on her art, with her katana being where it's at and all. I was worried they were going to tone it down, but it seems they went all in. And it even looks like her lore might be going in that direction. As for her kit, her most standout skill is definitely her S2, giving a passive plus 30% evasion to every ally. The team evasion effect is stronger than Assassin Cartuja's 20%, and it doesn't have the restriction of ML Para's 20% evasion. Units like Aiden, both Flight and Dark, Rylet, and even ML Para herself will have an easier time reaching 100% evasion now, and you won't be forced to use things like Cartuja or Violet Talisman. Her S2 attack, Bewitching Blossom, is similar to that of Krau's and Yohal's S3, where less HP means more damage, but unlike those two, she intentionally consumes all her HP and then uses it, so it'll meet the maximum condition of increasing damage based on lost health. We don't know her multipliers yet though, so the lost health multiplier may not be as strong as Krau's or Yuhal's. Looking at the combat demo, it does appear she's being built with crit rate and probably crit damage. Plus her unique effect Demon Blade Unleashed does give her 200% attack, so it does seem like her scaling is going to be a lot more varied than just lost health. The most likely teams for her would be to just stack evasion units. I think an interesting idea would be to use her with tanky units that don't have evasion, preferably ones that have counter set or can counter. Giving evasion to an already tanky unit means RNG on top of massive bulk, which could be really annoying to deal with. A quick look at an artifact and you can see it's an upgraded Dust Devil with evasion, but comes with the limitation that it only works on counterattacks. I feel like Shepard's might be more consistent just because she's going to consume all her HP, giving her the max damage boost from the artifact, while it's still also providing the evasion. She does seem to have several weaknesses though. The first being Mort, who will just nullify all the counterattacks on the field, other than his own. You have resource reduction units like Fan and Politis, who will cut her fighting spirit gain in half, and Elvira, who will just prevent it completely. Luna can still seal her, and likely all other allies who have evasion passives, though you might be able to get by with Parent to cut and cleanse. And then there's Injury, as she scales with health. Overall, I do think Setsuka looks like she'll be fun to play with. Maybe a little hard to draft an RT if you're trying to go full evasion, but I could definitely see them doing that on arena defense, to try to take advantage of as much RNG as they can. Maybe this is the unit that'll finally push evasion to be more relevant, and less of a luck sack. Here's hoping so, because I really like her design and I really want her to see use. But yeah, that's about it.